All right. I had some technical difficulties there, but we're getting started with the live play-by-play and commentary for the Kinoshita Group Japan Open final between American Ashlyn Kreuger and Zhu Lin of China. Um, Picked up a little later than I wanted to. Kreuger was off to a fast start at 3-0. Zhu held serve to 3-1, and Kreuger is up 40-30 in the first set with a 3-1 lead and one point to go up to a 4-0 lead. She's getting ready to serve on the ad side. And let me catch up the scoreboard here, too. The scoreboard's a little late. All right. So the scoreboards update. And Ashlyn Kreuger is up 4-1. Okay. So I think I got a lot of this stuff working now. I was having a bunch of technical difficulty setting things up. The scoreboard, my feed's a little bit delayed, so the scoreboard wasn't cooperating. But so I had to set up my own scoreboard, so I wouldn't be well behind the actual score on the play-by-play. But I figure a lot of people will be watching this with the delayed this feed, or they won't care if it's a few seconds delayed from the live action. So at this point in the match, it's 4-1. Ashlyn Kreuger is up with one ace to zero lead over Julin. Each player has double fault, and Ashlyn Kruger's first serve percentage is at 72%, whereas Julin's first serve percentage is at 56%. Let me see if there's any other stats that might be of interest here. Um, Kruger's return of serve, she's won 40% of Julin's first serve points and 43% of her second serve points. Interestingly, Julin's won 46% of Ashlyn Kruger's first serves, but only 20% of her second serves. So Julin's been doing a bit better at with Kruger's first serves than her second serves. Um, Kruger's had the only break points so far, with two break points with one actual break. Okay, so Ju's served. Um, there's a brief exchange. Kruger's backhand was a little bit wide. It was aggressive but wide. So Ju's up 15 love. Ju's serving at 1-4, 15 love. First serve is coming in. Down the tee. It's a pretty good serve. Kreuger barely got it back. Julin came up to the net, hit a strong stroke that to Kruger's backhand that Kreuger didn't quite handle well enough and dumped it into the net. 30 love Zhu. Zhu's first serve is good to Kruger's forehand. There's a brief exchange between the forehands, and then Zhu goes down the line to Kruger's backhand, and it's too good for Kreuger. She didn't even make a move for it, really. 40 love, Zhulin. First serve is, she's winding up for the first serve, and it's a good one. Kreuger aggressively tries to go cross court with it. It goes well wide, 3-4 feet wide, and Julin is held at for a 4-2 lead for Kreuger. And Kreuger's up for serve. She's serving. Uh, Good first serve, but it returns a little bit better. Deep to Kreuger's feet. Kreuger can't handle it, dumps it into the net with a backhand. Love 15. Zhu Lin is up a point in Kreuger's serve. Oh no, the Zhu Lin's first return was a little long actually. So now on the next serve, Zhu Lin hits it a strong back across court to Kreuger's backhand, and Kreuger can't handle it. Hits it wide down the line. 15 all. Kreuger's next first serve is into the net. Second serve is upcoming. Second serve's good, strong second serve. Zhu Lin handles it. There's a forehand exchange, a backhand exchange. Kreuger dumps it into the backhand into the net. 15-30. So Kreuger's been attacking on that big, heavy serve. Beautiful serve, first serve into the far corner in the ad court. Gets right by Zhu Lin's backhand for Kreuger's second ace. 30 all. First serves into the net on the deuce court for Kreuger. Second serve is coming up. And second serve good down the middle. Zhu Lin handles it well, and there's a forehand to forehand exchange. Kreuger takes a strong inside out forehand shot, very strongly crossed and short, beating Zhu Lin to her backhand side. 40-30 Kreuger. Kreuger's got was 1 point away from a 5-2 lead. And Kreuger is up to serve. Serving wide to Zhu Lin's backhand. Zhu Lin can't handle it. Puts the return wide across court. Wasn't very strongly returned either. Kreuger's up to a 5-2 lead. It's just one. It's just one service break, so it's not insurmountable. The cameras pan in on them during this service break. It always trips me up that the players get the little the ball kids to bring in an umbrella over them to give them some shade. My understanding is it's pretty hot over there in Japan. Let me look up Osaka, Japan weather. See how hot it is right now. It is 90 degrees, and over the next hour or so, it's supposed to go to 91 degrees. Oops. It's supposed to go to about 91 degrees. So so it's going to be hot for the foreseeable future here for this tournament. I needed a quick little break there. So Ashlyn Kreuger takes the serve and just goes very aggressive with a down the line backhand for Kreuger, very strong. Zhu wasn't able to respond strongly enough. Kreuger came into the net and took care of the point with a fairly easy volley. Love 15, Kreuger. Zhu serves down the tee. Kreuger's aggressive, tries to go inside in with a forehand. Goes a little bit too aggressive, too far inside in. The ball sails wide, 15 all. Zhu is getting ready for her first serve to the deuce court at 15 all. It's a good serve down the tee, and Kreuger handles it fairly well. There's a backhand to backhand rally now. Kreuger hits a relatively soft backhand. Zhu punishes her across court with a strong forehand. Kreuger races to catch up to the forehand, but isn't quite able to clear the net. 30-15, Zhu. 30-15. First serve is coming up. In the windup, and there it goes. It looks a little bit long. Second serve coming in. Second serve, she looked off balance, and she was off balance. The ball sails long on the second serve, 30 all. Yeah, she's kind of wobbling there with her second serve. She probably should have caught that. She looked wobbly before she struck the ball. Zhu at 2 double faults for the set, for the match. 30 all, first serve's coming up, and it's an ace. So wide to the forehand side. Zhu is up 40-30. Zhu first serve to Kreuger's backhand is good. Kreuger is a little too aggressive with it. The backhand strike goes long towards Zhu backhand. Zhu holds serve for 5-3 Kreuger advantage. So at 90 degrees, it's pretty hot out there. I've tried watching tennis live when it's 90 degrees out and sunny. It's not the easiest thing to sit through. Honestly, I kind of like this sitting behind a camera thing better than sitting in 90 degree in the sun. Kreuger's first serve is fantastic. It's wide to in the deuce box, so wide that Zhu doesn't even make a motion for it. It's an ace. 15 love, Kreuger. First serve on the ad side is down the tee. It's also a very well struck ball. Zhu takes a swing at it, can't connect. It's another ace. 30 love, Kreuger. Kreuger's next serve is a let cord. Another first serve is coming up. She's got 2 points for to win the first set on her racket. First serve is good. Zhu return was almost even better. Kreuger crushes that good return back across court, barely keeps it in play. That puts Zhu in a spot where she was trying to go down the line with a forehand. Went about a foot or two wide. 40 love, Kreuger. Kreuger has 3 set points here on her serve, and she only needs 1. She has a very strong body shot down the middle of the box. Zhu can't quite handle it. Her backhand sails out wide. The body shot was effective. Kreuger takes the first set 6-3. So Kreuger capitalizes on an early break. She cruises through and holds serve the rest of the way for a 1-set-to-none advantage. Now she's sitting down eating a banana, as tennis players often do. Uh, they're showing the replays of the first set here. Some strong overheads, some strong forehand to forehand action, some killer backhands from Kreuger, strong forehands down the line from Kreuger with his highlight reel of a replay from the first set. Julin guides it down with her forehand down the line. Kreuger's final game was littered with a bunch of strong first serves that earned her the first set at love on her service game. Now, this is the first time Kreuger and Julin have played against each other, which makes a lot of sense. Julin is in her mid-20s. She's a tour veteran, but Kreuger has just jumped onto the tour. She's 19 years old, and remarkably tall for the women's tour at 6'1". Julin isn't all that small herself at 5'8", but there's quite a size difference between 5'8" and 6'1". Gives Kreuger a pretty long reach advantage. So the first set took 35 minutes, and second set is about to begin. Julin is ready to serve. And a first serve down the tee. Kreuger comes back with a backhand. Forehand from Kreuger. Forehand from Zhu is strong. Struck strong and into the far corner. 15 love, Zhu. Zhu kept control of the point that point and won the point as such. Zhu goes down the tee. Kreuger is able to strike a fairly good return for as good as that serve was, and a backhand to backhand exchange, forehand to forehand exchange. Their forehands keep exchanging, and Julin is not able to handle that last forehand. Sails a little long on her. Kreuger wins the point at 15 all. Julin is up for next serve. She serves out wide. Kreuger is able to rally it in, and forehand cross-court rally. Kreuger hits a inside out forehand to Julin's backhand. Julin doesn't handle the backhand well. It sails on her. 15-30. And the rally is started. Julin's backhand down to Kreuger's backhand is strong. Kreuger barely brings it back in, and Julin puts it again towards her backhand, very strong, even more well placed the second time around, and Kreuger can't even make a move for it. 30 all. Zhu's serve down the tee is good. Kreuger can't quite get to it. 40-30, Zhu. Much better first service game for Zhu than on the first set. Looked like in the first set she had some jitters coming in, and since then she's been more solid. But first serve is into the net at 40-30. Second serve's coming up. It's a strong one down to the Kreuger's backhand. Kreuger crushes the backhand straight down the middle, but Zhu is able to return it back nice and strong. Kreuger's ensuing forehand is dumped into the net. Zhu holds serve 1-0 in the 1-0 in the first game of the second set. So looking at the statistics from the first set, there's 16 winners to 3 in favor of Ashlyn Kreuger. A remarkable number of winners. She also had more unforced errors, at 10 unforced errors to Zhu's 5 unforced errors. But 16 to 3 winner differential is really the telling tale from the first set. Kreuger's first serve down the tee is strong, and Zhu replies meekly down the middle of the court. Kreuger punishes the meek return into the forehand corner of Zhu for a winner for that point. Kreuger is up 15-love. Kreuger's first serve to the ad court at 15-love. Down the tee is into the net. Second serve is upcoming. And the second serve is into the net as well. She dumps into the net, double fault. We're at 15-all. Her first serve's into the net. She hasn't cleared the net in the last 3 serves. This one, hopefully she'll put this serve at least long. She doesn't want to hit it 4 serves straight into the net. Wind's picking up too. Stuff's flying around. And it's a good second serve. And an even better return that Kreuger handles. Goes short across court with her forehand for a winner. 30-15 Kreuger. $40-15 Kreuger. Missed that one. I was playing with my scoreboard. First serve down the tee at 40-15 is good. The return is barely lobbed back into the court. Kreuger comes in and just puts the short lob away. It's 1 game apiece in the first set. So you're listening to the live play-by-play commentary of the Japan Open, Kinoshita Group Japan Open 2023. First serve from Zhu is wide. Second serve upcoming. Second serve down the tee is good. The return is a little too aggressive from Kreuger. Goes long past the baseline. 15-love Zhu. Zhu's getting ready with her first serve on the ad court. And the serve, she's off balance. It goes long. Every time she goes off balance over on the ad court, there's a certain look to it, and she hits it long. She needs to keep on balance. See, that's better. She hits a solid second serve, but Kreuger's cross-court backhand return was too good. Kreuger tries to, Zhu tries to put her backhand down the line, misses down the line by a good 2 feet wide. 15-all. Here comes Zhu with a serve that's a little long down the tee. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good down the tee, and a forehand to forehand rally ensues. Kreuger tries to run her around her forehand a little bit, hits a backhand that clips the top of the tape. Looked for a second there like it could roll over the top of the tape, but didn't. 30-15 Zhu. Zhu hasn't quite been able to get a consistent read on the big Americans' big shots. Her first serve to the ad court at 30-15 is long. Second serve coming in. That's also long. It looked like it was long. I think it was called good. Okay, now there's some discussion with the chair umpire. And yeah, I'm going to have to listen to what they're saying. Okay, so the linesperson had called the ball out, but the chair umpire overruled and called the ball in. And apparently they don't have any Hawkeye here. So it's 40-15 Zhu. And the ensuing rally at 40-15 briefly goes forehand to forehand, but Kreuger is a little upset, hits her forehand sails long. It's game for Zhu. Oh, I think I have my scoreboard backwards. Yeah, I have my scoreboard backwards. I have, yeah, I gotta fix this somehow. Because Kreuger's actually serving. They're on serve here, and the scoreboard showing Lynn is supposed to be serving. Let me see how I can fix this. I'm going to have to undo all the points. I might be able to fix it. I'm curious if I'll be able to fix the scoreboard issue. There. Because Kreuger won the first 3 games. Then it was 4-1. Then it was 4-2. Then it was 5-2. Then it was 5-3. Then it was 6. And now they're on serve. Okay. I'm caught up now. Woohoo. That wasn't too bad. Okay, Kreuger has an ace. 15 love. First serve on the ad court is long. Second serve coming up. And it's in play. There's a forehand to backhand exchange with Kreuger on Kreuger's forehand, and Zhu's backhand isn't able to keep up. 30 love, Kreuger. Still a hot one over in Osaka, Japan. So it's looking like 90, 91 degrees. Pretty strong, hot weather for tennis, for a day of tennis. Kreuger's first serve is very strong, taking Zhu far off the court on the forehand side. Kreuger's next backhand goes strong across court to the backhand side, which Zhu can't quite catch up on. 40 love, Kreuger. Kreuger's first serve on the deuce court at 40 love is a little long. Second serve coming up. It hits a tape. Let cord. Another second serve coming up. Next second serve is good. And Zhu Lin attempts to go inside out with her forehand across court, misses just barely. Kreuger is able to hold at love for a 2-2 score in the second set. So Zhu Lin's first serve percentage has gone up in the second set to 63%. She was in the 50s in the first set. And Kreuger's first serve percentage hasn't changed a whole lot. It's at 68% at this point for the match. Zhu Lin's first serve is in. There's an exchange of forehands, and Kreuger hits one of her forehands long. 15 love Zhu. First serve coming up on the ad court for Zhu. Down the tee, Kreuger has a pretty good response, and a rally is ensuing. And Kreuger again hits it a little long. She's a little too aggressive, trying to get back to even keel on the point. She was almost there, as it was, but she hits it long for a 30 love Zhu advantage. Zhu hits a serve into the down the tee. Kreuger can't quite handle it, dumps it into the net. 40 love Zhu. It's a little breezy out there. Everyone's hair is moving around. Zhu hits her first serve into the net. Pretty meekly, I might add. Zhu's second serve into the net. Bounces long. 40-15. For a double fault. If you're gonna double fault, might as well do it at 40 love, right? Although I saw Maria Sakkari do it, or take advantage of one of those double faults at 40 love against Emma Navarro in the San Diego Open, and boy, that just opened up the floodgates for Navarro to lose. Now the net cord gave the next point back to Zhu, as they're in a rally and Zhu hits the net cord and the ball just crawls over. So Zhu holds serve at 3-2. There'll be a change of ends. So as they're taking a water break, we can go over some more statistics for the day. So far in the match, Kreuger has 5 aces. Zhu has 3. 2 double faults for Kreuger, 3 double faults for Zhu. The first serve percentage hasn't changed much. Let's see what else we got here as far as statistics. Excuse me. Both players have won 4 points in a row at some point in time during the match. And of course, Kreuger has won that one break and has held all her serves. So she had 3 games in a row in the first set that she had won it to go to 3-0, whereas Zhu has only been able to hold her serve for max games in a row of 1. And Kreuger is back up to serve, so I'll bring the score match stats back to where they were before. First serve is wide. Second serve for Kreuger is coming up. Down the tee, Zhu can't quite handle it. Her backhand sails wide. 15 love Kreuger. The ball kids are doing a good job grabbing the balls. First serve is into the net. Second serve on its way. Kreuger's in for the windup on the second serve. Down the middle of the box. Handled well by Zhu. Strong backhand from Zhu, but Kreuger's forehand across court is even stronger for the winner. 30 love Kreuger. Kreuger's doing a fantastic job here. Kreuger's second serve. Her first serve is in the net. Second serve is handled well. The ensuing forehand-to-forehand rally, Zhu hits a short forehand down the middle of the court. Kreuger comes in to punish it with a strong cross-court forehand herself and puts it right in the corner. Zhu isn't able to handle it, even come close to it. 40 love Kreuger. Kreuger's next first serve is down the tee. Zhu isn't able to get to it. Looks like an ace. Feels like an ace. Sounds like an ace. 3-all second set. On serve. Kreuger runs over, grabs a towel, dries off her face a bit, getting ready for the Zhu serve that's coming up here in a few seconds. Zhu's serve is good down the tee. Kreuger's return is just as good. There's an ensuing backhand to backhand. Forehand, Zhu's forehand down the line. Kreuger hits a good backhand cross court. Zhu tries to go cross court with a drop shot. Her cross court drop shot sails a little wide. 15 love Kreuger. Love 15 Kreuger. The match here is about an hour old. And the first serve is handled. Kreuger has her own drop shot. Kreuger comes into the net. They're both at the net. They're doing a little bit of that cat and mouse thing. There's a lob over Kreuger's head. She gets to it. She runs back and gets to it, but a second drop shot beats Kreuger at the net from Zhu. That was one of the better points of the match. So there's some honest to goodness tennis play going on here. I love those cat and mouse rallies. You don't see enough of them. Zhu's serve down the tee is good. Kreuger returns nice and strong. Zhu dumps her backhand into the net for a 15-30 Kreuger advantage. Things are getting a little dicey here for Zhu, as Kreuger is just 2 points away from being really close to winning this championship. Zhu's first serve down the tee is good. Kreuger can't quite handle it. hits a forehand that sails long, 30-all Zhu, and Kreuger are knotted up here in the seventh game of the second set. Zhu's next serve is a good one. A forehand to forehand rally ensues, but Kreuger's forehand sails just a little wide and long. 40-30 advantage for Zhu. Zhu's first serve is good. Kreuger handles it, puts it back in the middle of the court, and her next backhand, Kreuger's next backhand sails long, a little too aggressive. Zhu holds serve for a 4-3 advantage over Kreuger. Now that was an interesting game because Zhu came out with the first point or so, and then Kreuger came up to a 30-15 lead. She had somewhat of a control of the game, and Zhu had battled back with quite a bit of effort to hold serve there for the 4-3 lead. Zhu's serve has been remarkably good, all things considered, considering how aggressive Kreuger has been and how many winners Kreuger has hit. Now, that being said, Kreuger's been hitting a lot of unforced errors as well that's helped Zhu out in spots. My big accomplishment for the day is getting this live scoreboard working as well as it is. I'm really enjoying it. Hopefully you're enjoying this broadcast as well. Kreuger sitting down at 3-4 on this second set. She's taking some bites out of a banana. Now walking out to get ready for her next service game. Lin Zhu's been all the veteran here, other than that hiccup in the very first service game. Zhu's been has steadily held serve. New balls for this Kreuger service game. Her first serve is down the tee but into the net. Second serve coming up. And second serve is good. Kreuger's backhand goes strong down the middle of the court. Zhu tries to respond with a strong backhand as well, but her backhand sails long. 15-love Kreuger. Kreuger just had too much pace on that ball for Zhu to handle, and of course Zhu wanted to hit a strong ball back and sailed it long. Kreuger's next serve is coming up. It's good down the middle of the box, very strong. Zhu tries to return it, but her return sails long. 30-love Kreuger. Kreuger's next serve is down the tee. Zhu does a great job of returning it. A little soft down the middle. Kreuger puts a little effort into it. Now Zhu is taking control of the point, hitting strong backhands to Kreuger's backhands, coming into the net for a volley and makes a mess of the volley. Boy, she looks like she wishes she had that volley back, because she could have done a lot better with it than put it long down the middle of the court. 40-love Kreuger. Kreuger's up for the serve, and her first serve's into the net. Second serve upcoming. Second serve is down the middle of the box, body shot of anything, but her Zhu hits a really great return to Kreuger's backhand. Kreuger smacks that backhand onto the baseline. It looked like she painted that line, and Zhu just couldn't respond well enough to get it back. It is 4-all in the second set. Things have gotten exciting here. Zhu's ready for her serve. Kreuger's ready to return. And the serve is down the middle of the box. Kreuger handles it. Hits a short return, but effective return. And they're in a backhand-to-backhand rally now. Inside out, forehand from Kreuger, backhand from Zhu. Kreuger tries to be aggressive with the forehand. Her forehand sails long. 15 love Zhu. Zhu's ready to serve into the ad court at 15 love. And tries to serve down the tee, but hits the net instead. Second serve coming up. Second serve is down the middle of the box. The return is solid. Zhu hits a solid strike down the middle of the court. Kreuger tries to respond strongly, but finds the net. 30 love, Zhu. Zhu hits the first serve at 30 love into the net. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good down the middle. The return is great, and but the Kreuger's ensuing backhand, she's trying to hit it strong down the line and finds the net. 40 love, Zhu. There must be a good amount of wind. I see their hair moving around a lot. So the first serve is in. There's a backhand and backhand exchange inside in forehand from Kreuger. Now there's more backhands. Forehand. Ooh, the forehand from Zhu is just awkward. It was too close to her body. She didn't use her footwork correctly, and she's making that footwork. She should have aligned her feet right. She had her hands up and like this, and that's a footwork issue. It's like, your body has to get out of the way, and it ended up being like a body shot. So it's a 40-15 Zhu. And her first serve is well long. Second serve upcoming. Second serve on its way. It's good second serve, but with all this swirling wind, Kreuger can't put the backhand in play. It is Zhu's game. She holds to 5-4, and I need to get some more water, so I'll be right back. And I am back. Zhu and Kreuger are in a championship final at the Kinoshita Group Japan Open for 2023. It is a warm day in Osaka, Japan. 90 degrees. Let's see what 90 degrees is actually in what's that called, in Celsius? Osaka, Japan weather. And of course that changes my scene. Okay, so Osaka, Japan weather. It is 90 degrees and 32 degrees Celsius. That's still pretty hot, 32 degrees Celsius. 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And Kreuger's first serve is ferocious across court. Zhu returns it down the middle. Good return. Kreuger wants to punish her across court. Backhand cross court, but her backhand goes wide. Zhu is up 15 love. Love 15. Kreuger's next first serve is into the net. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good. Zhu's response is equal. There's a strong backhand to backhand rally. Kreuger's going down the line with her backhand. Now they're rallying across the court with their forehands. Now they're going back to backhand rallies. They both have two-handed topspin backhands. Kreuger tries to go down the line with her backhand and finds the tape instead. Love 30. Danger. Danger zone for Kreuger. 2 more points, and Zhu's got the second set. It's a hotly contested second set here. It's in the first set, Kreuger took the immediate lead, and just didn't waver along the way. And now Zhu has a couple points to perhaps steal the second set, but not on that point. Kreuger hits a wide serve out on the deuce side. Zhu meekly puts a lob in the middle of the court, and Kreuger punishes it down the line, down the Zhu's backhand line for a winner. 30-15 or 15-30. Kreuger still down a point in this service game of hers. Her first serve tries to go down the tee. She finds the net instead. Second serve is upcoming, and it clips the tape on the way over. Let cord. Another second serve on its way. (15-30). Down the tee is good second serve, and boy, she hits a blistering, absolutely pummels a forehand down the line, beats Zhu down her forehand line. 30 all. Kreuger's level the service game. The ball was coming in so hot that the lines person had to move away. Kreuger's next first serve of the deuce court is nice and wide. Zhu handles it. Perhaps it was long. It was called long by the chair umpire, it seems. It wasn't called long by the lines people. So second serve coming up. Second serve is a beautiful second serve, wide and strong to the forehand side of Zhu. Zhu got surprised. He's tried to punch it down the line, but couldn't clear the net. 40-30 Kreuger. She's 1 point away from holding this hotly contested service game. And her first serve to the ad court is just wonderful down the tee. Zhu didn't quite have a chance. She made an effort to get to it, but she didn't have a chance to get to it. It was an ace for five games apiece here in the second set. It almost seems like they're headed to a tie break. But let's see what kind of action happens here in the at 5 all in the second set. Kreuger's ready to return. Zhu's walking up to the line. And here comes the first serve down the middle of the box. Returned well. Kreuger's backhand is strong. It almost looked like it was long, but it must have hit the back of the line because Zhu tried to return hers strong and down the middle as well, but Zhu's shot went somewhat long. So it's love 15 Kreuger. Kreuger's got a point up on the Zhu service game now. Zhu's first serve clips the tape. Let cord. Another first serve to come. Kreuger's just bouncing around here, waiting for the return of serve. The first serve is long, well long actually. Second serve coming up. Second serve looks a little off balance. Kreuger had all day to look at that second serve, but just blasted it long down the line with her backhand. She probably wishes she can have that one back, because that thing was coming in like a slow and steady. She had all day to wind up for that one. 15 all. Zhu's first serve to the ad side is good. Kreuger's return is good. They're in a backhand rally from Zhu. Forehand to Kreuger, and Kreuger just punches it long. 30-15, Zhu. And Zhu's first serve is a great first serve into the corner. Kreuger had to make a lot of effort to get to it and get back to the middle of the court, but Zhu takes advantage of that as the wily veteran she is, puts it back to her backhand side where she's coming from, pretty much behind her, and wins the point fairly easily. 40-15 Zhu. Zhu's getting ready for her next first serve. Into the deuce court at 40-15. Down the tees, good one. The return is good. Kreuger gets her forehands in, except for the last forehand. She dumps it into the net. Zhu holds for a 6-5 lead. I need another water break. I'll be back here in a sec. All right, so Zhu is up 6-5. They're on serve. Kreuger to serve to bring this second set to a tie break. Whenever they do a changeover, they always put the camera on Kreuger, or they never put the camera on Zhu. All I know is that Kreuger eats bananas and drinks water on these changeovers. I'd assume that Zhu does the same. So far, the match has been going on for an hour and 18 minutes. It says the little match clock in the corner of the stadium here. And Kreuger is up for what could be a service hold to bring the second set to a tiebreak. Here comes the first serve. It clips the tape and goes long. Fault. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good, wide. Kreuger punishes that short ball down the line. Zhu didn't have a chance to get it. Kreuger is up 15 love. It's beautifully played tennis. Classic tennis, really. Kreuger has 27 winners in the match to Zhu's 10. So there's Kreuger hitting an ace out wide to the... now, something else must have happened. Possibly a let cord. It looked good to me, so I'm assuming this is going to be another first serve for Kreuger. It was whatever it was strong down the middle of the box, and Zhu does well to put it back in play. And there's a forehand rally going on here, and Zhu just nets her forehand. There's got to be a lot of wind. Their hair is kind of whipping back and forth. and I'm not really used to seeing so many forehands getting dumped into the net. I'm guessing the wind is doing something to that effect. And Kreuger's next first serve at 30 love is into the net. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good. Zhu's return is really good deep. And a rally ensues. And Kreuger gets a little too much of that ball, sails long. 30-15. Kreuger is still up at 30-15, but Zhu did well to win that rally. Pretty exciting championship match so far. And Kreuger's next serve looked good to me. The chair umpire, the linesperson didn't call it. The chair umpire overrules it again. It's like the chair umpire has something is in for Kreuger here. 30-15 second serve, and that second serve is long. Kreuger is not happy. That serve looked good to me, that first serve, but looked good to the linesperson, but not the chair umpire. 30 all. Kreuger's got to just shake it off. Got to shake off whatever's going on between her and that chair umpire. First serve to the ad court at 30 all. I mean, the deuce court at 30 all is into the net. If she could figure out her service motion, get more of this first serves in, it'd be good for her. Second serve is good. Zhu tries to put it down the line. Can't quite bring it back into the court from that wide second serve. 40-30 advantage for Kreuger. Zhu wasn't too far off from getting that winner in down the line, but wasn't too close either. Kreuger tries to go down the tee. Zhu does well to return it, get back in a rally. Now they're back in a backhand rally, but Zhu pushes it a little long. She's putting in the extra effort to contest that game, but comes up short in the end. It is 6 apiece into the tiebreak of the second set. Zhu will have the first service of the tiebreak. And I'm going to take a little bit of water. I won't go off camera for this. I'm just going to take a little sip. There's definitely wind going on here because there's stuff going on. There's stuff blowing around. Zhu's taking her first serve, and it's into the net. Second serve coming up. Second serve is in the box. Kreuger has a strong return that Zhu's forehand can't quite handle. Zhu dumps her forehand into the net. Kreuger is up with 1 mini break to 0. Kreuger's first serve is into the net. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good. And there's a backhand from Kreuger and a forehand that is wide from Zhu. Just wide. It looked really close. And the chair, everyone looks at the chair umpire to see if she's going to overrule, and she does not. 2-0 Kreuger. She maintains her mini break. Kreuger's up for a first serve into the deuce court. She blasts it, kind of a body shot, but Zhu's able to handle it, but not the next forehand that sails long on Zhu. 3-0 Kreuger. This reminds me of the first set when Kreuger came up to a 3-0 advantage in game score. Kreuger does take a strong, commanding 3-0 lead in a tie break, and a tie break that only goes to 7 points. So so she's got a pretty strong lead here. Let's see if Zhu can do something about getting some of those points back. First serve is into the net. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good. Kreuger tries to blast across court, finds the net. 3-1 Kreuger. They're showing the crowd. People have umbrellas out to keep themselves from the sun. Zhu's first serve is nice and wide. And the ensuing rally, Zhu's just too strong down the line. Kreuger's tries to rein in her backhand, but her backhand sails long. 3-2 Kreuger. But Zhu does a good job of narrowing the gap there. Kreuger had been up 3-0, now it's down to 3-2. Kreuger has the next two serves coming up. After the next point, they'll be changing sides. So there'll be a little bit of a changeover there. Kreuger's first serve is... It looked great. They must have caught the tape because they're all getting back into position. So we'll call that a let. First serve coming up. First serve is fantastic. Although looks like it might have been called out that time. It looked like it was close to being out. So it was called out. Second serve coming up. And the ball's in play. Zhu does a great job getting the ball in play. And she does an inside-out forehand that beats Kreuger to her backhand side. Very well played by Zhu. 3-all. She gets her mini break back as they switch sides. There's a shot of Zhu on her bench. She's grabbing some water. They're not allowed to sit down when they change over during these tie breaks. Kreuger's also taking some water in, toweling off a bit, grabbing some more banana. Time to move on to the exciting conclusion of the second set tie break. Now, Kreuger's just 4 points from the championship here, and Zhu is 4 points away from extending this match to a third set. Kreuger's first serve is a let. Bounces off the net and into the service box. Another first serve to come up. And her first serve hits the net again, bounces long this time. Second serve coming up. There's a strong breeze that comes through. Her hair is just whipping around. So she aborts her second serve, and second serve's coming in now. It's a good second serve. Great response from Zhu. Kreuger puts it back in play, and they're going backhand to backhand now. Nice and strong from both players. Forehand to forehand. Kreuger is doing a great job keeping the ball in play. Forehand to forehand again. Backhand, a forehand down the line to Kreuger's backhand. Beats Kreuger down the line. 4-3 advantage to Zhu. Zhu has the mini break now. Fantastically played. I mean, that point was well played by Zhu from the get-go. Her return put Kreuger in a defensive position. Kreuger tried to get back on offense and wasn't quite able to do so, as Zhu was able to hit a winner down the line to Kreuger's backhand, beating her down the line. 4-3 mini break to Zhu. Zhu's to serve. Zhu serves long. Second serve coming up. And her second serve is good. Kreuger puts a hurt on that second serve. Punishes the next shot across court. Zhu tries to catch up to it, cannot. Kreuger retrieves that mini break and they're even at 4-all with Zhu having one more serve coming to her on the next point. It's been a well played match by both of these players here, regardless of who wins the second set. Zhu hits a serve nice and strong, wide to the forehand side of Kreuger. Kreuger does well to put the ball back in play, but Zhu puts it away back across court to Kreuger's forehand side for a 5-4 advantage for Zhu. Kreuger has the next two serves coming up for her at 4-5. They're on serve here in the tiebreak. The business end of the tiebreak, as they say, as every point counts even more as they're on serve here in the late in the tiebreak. Kreuger's serve down the line is good. Zhu handles it well. There's a backhand to backhand rally, and Kreuger goes down the line to Zhu's forehand. Zhu tries to go down the line, down the backhand line, and just can't quite put it in. Zhu goes long, 5-all. Cannot get closer than this in the second set. 5-all, 6-all to get us a tiebreak. 5-all in the tiebreak. Kreuger to serve at 5-all. First serve is a beautiful first serve, but Zhu does great to get it back in play. Handcuffs Kreuger as she was coming in for a volley, but the ball comes to her feet and she dumps the half volley into the net for a 6-5 Zhu advantage, with Zhu having the next service point coming on her serve. She's got a set point on her racket. Let's see what she can do with it. She's winding up for the first serve here. Down the tee, Kreuger does good to put it back in play. It is strong back in play. They're going back and forth. Kreuger's hitting it with her backhand, now with her forehand. Zhu almost whiffs with her forehand. It is tied at 6 in the second set tiebreak. Kreuger does well to fend off that set point on Zhu's serve. Now as they change over, they're getting more drinks and more bananas. she did she did have a losing streak at the beginning of her pro career, where she had like 7, 8 losses in a row to her. But I mean, there's a graphic here on screen that puts her at 135 in the world, but she'll be in the top 70 come Monday when the new rankings come out. Truly remarkable week for the young American, big hitting American. Now they're giving her some words as to what's going to happen here. But I mean, this was a great ride for this for the maiden year here for Ashlyn Kreuger on the WTA tour. Um, should be making some comments here in a few minutes, but it's been a pleasure doing the play-by-play commentary and broadcast with y'all, and hope to see you next time. Thanks so much.